What truly brings happiness to you? Is it the joy of being with your family and loved ones, success, wealth, or simply the feeling of peace when your mind is free of turbulence? We often find ourselves tirelessly searching for the answer amidst the noise of the modern world, a place where the media constantly paints vibrant pictures of happiness, sweeping us into a whirlpool of expectations, comparisons, and desires for things beyond our reach. However, the ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus offered a different definition of happiness. To them, happiness does not come from what we possess or what the world gives us, but rather from how we face ourselves and life itself. Let me borrow the words of Epictetus. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. True happiness begins when we embrace this wisdom. So, how can you truly be happy in the way of the Stoics? In today's video, we will share with you 10 Stoic principles that have been tested over time and proven to transform lives. By applying even just one or two principles, you will begin to see your life shift in ways you never imagined. Don't miss any part of this journey. If you are here, it means you already stand apart from the crowd. You are an exception. Treat this journey as an opportunity to discover unique insights and uncover your path to true happiness. Leave a comment below. I will become happier in 2025. And let's begin. Principle No. 1. Be kind to others. Happiness is not a distant destination, but a collection of simple moments built through our own actions. In Stoic philosophy, kindness is seen as a manifestation of inner freedom, a persistent strength that propels us toward true happiness. Seneca once said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." This quote reminds us that we always have the ability to offer something positive to the world, and these actions quietly transform our lives. The law of you receive what you give is simple yet powerful. Imagine kindness as a small pebble dropped into a calm lake. The ripples that emanate from the pebble do not stop at the point of impact, but spread further, reaching distant shores. A heartfelt thank you, a warm handshake, or simply offering someone your seat on a bus can brighten someone's exhausting day. You don't need to do anything grand. Even a smile or holding the door open for someone is enough to plant a seed of positivity. We often underestimate the power of small acts of kindness. There's a story that goes like this. A man on his way to work saw a little girl standing by the sidewalk, struggling with her broken bicycle. Although he was in a rush, he stopped to help her fix the slipped chain without a single complaint. He smiled, wished her a good day, and continued on his journey. Not long after, during an important meeting at his company, the partner he was negotiating with turned out to be the father of that very girl. The man recognized him and said, "My daughter told me a story about a kind man this morning. You've made a great impression on me." That small act of kindness not only helped the man build goodwill in his professional life, but also reminded him that kindness always finds a way to return in the most unexpected and beautiful forms. Like a boomerang, the kindness you give will return to you at the most unexpected moments. Kind word can be met with a warm smile. A small act of help today may become a lifeline on another day. But more importantly, these actions are not driven by calculations or a desire to score points. They come from a yearning to create a kinder, more compassionate world. Seneca lived and practiced this philosophy. He believed that true happiness does not lie in material possessions, but in what we give. Helping others, even in the smallest ways, is an act of inner freedom. When we are strong enough to give, we are no longer bound by a sense of lack or the need to demand anything from the world. This is how our dignity and inner peace are affirmed. As we step into 2025, let's live with more open hearts. Let us sow seeds of kindness, no matter how small, and wait for the miracles that will ripple outward. Remember, true happiness does not come from what we possess but from what we choose to give. This world, no matter how complicated and noisy, can still become a more beautiful place if you and I begin with the smallest yet most sincere actions. Principle No. 2. Stop doubting yourself. Self-doubt is like an uninvited guest that resides in our minds. It appears quietly, creeping through our thoughts, growing larger, and taking up the most precious space in our souls. We doubt our abilities before every challenge and fear failure even when we haven't truly started. But remember, you cannot completely eliminate self-doubt because it is part of being human. Like a dark cloud that cannot be instantly blown away, what you can do is learn to control it, challenge it, and turn it into a tool for personal growth. Take a simple yet meaningful example. You are preparing for an important presentation at a company meeting. Before the moment arrives, doubt creeps into your mind. Will I do well? What if I say something wrong? What if everyone laughs at me? Instead of letting it drown you, challenge those thoughts. Look back at times you succeeded in the past. Even a single moment of giving an excellent answer in a small meeting or presenting an idea that earned a nod of approval counts. Successes, no matter how small, are proof that you have overcome fear and achieved something before. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." If you only see doubt, you will forever be submerged in anxiety and insecurity. But if you use doubt as a mirror to reflect on yourself, you will discover hidden strengths. Doubt is not the enemy. It is an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. Acknowledge its presence, then move forward boldly with faith in yourself. Do not let a fleeting moment of doubt dim the light within you. Happiness does not come from completely eradicating doubt. It comes from the ability to trust yourself despite those negative thoughts. Silence in the face of doubt and decisive action is the most powerful declaration of your self-worth. Do not let uncertainty rob you of future opportunities. Walk with confidence, and you will realize that you are stronger than you have ever been. Principle No. 3. Be grateful. Gratitude is like finding a $5 bill in an old coat. It's always been there, but once you notice it, it suddenly brightens your day. It's a small miracle yet powerful enough to dispel the fog in your soul, bringing with it the light of joy and peace. We don't need to chase happiness in grand or distant things. Happiness is always present in the simplest aspects of daily life. It's just a matter of whether we are calm enough to recognize it. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, the soft chirping of birds outside the window, or the smile of a friend. Each of these can become an endless source of joy if we learn to appreciate them. These little things are like hidden gems amidst the chaos of life. When you practice gratitude, you not only see them but also feel the richness life has given you. Gratitude transforms an ordinary day into a meaningful one and a weary soul into one at peace. Take, for instance, the story of John Kay, a lawyer who once stood on the brink of failure in both his career and personal life. One day, in the midst of loss and despair, John decided to write a thank you note to his daughter for a small Christmas gift. That letter not only made his daughter happy but also filled his heart with warmth. From that moment on, he resolved to write 365 thank you letters over the course of a year, to family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers who had helped him in life. The results were astounding. Gratitude helped John rediscover joy, ignite his inner strength, and completely transform his life. John's story is clear proof that gratitude doesn't change circumstances, but changes how you perceive life. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not but rejoices for those which he has." Instead of lamenting what is missing, the wise find joy in what they already possess. This advice remains as relevant as ever, even after thousands of years. We often become so focused on unattained goals and unfulfilled dreams that we forget the many blessings we already have. Health, a warm home, and love from family and those around us are the true measures of wealth. So, how can we cultivate the habit of gratitude? Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Every evening before going to bed, write down 3 things you feel grateful for that day. It could be a meaningful encounter, delicious meal, or simply a quiet moment for yourself. Over time, this habit will shift your focus from what is lacking to what you already have. You'll come to realize that happiness isn't found at the destination, but in how you appreciate each step of the journey. In 2025, let gratitude guide you toward a happier and more peaceful life. Don't wait for grand moments to feel fulfilled. Start with the small things. A blooming flower, gentle gaze, or an encouraging word. Remember, gratitude brings happiness, not the other way around. Are you ready to embark on this journey? Share 3 things you feel grateful for in 2025 in the comments below. When you write them down, your gratitude will blossom, and happiness will come closer than ever before. Principle No. 4. Challenge yourself. Imagine standing at the foot of a towering mountain, looking up toward its peak bathed in the radiant light of dawn. The path ahead is filled with thorns, rugged terrain, and seems endless. At first glance, you might feel fear and ask yourself, am I strong enough? But it is at that very moment that a decision is made. You take a step forward, slowly yet determined, and with each step on that steep path, you not only get closer to the mountain's summit, but also forge a stronger version of yourself. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy. Growth does not come from avoiding difficulties, but from confronting and overcoming them. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way, Marcus Aurelius once said. This statement carries a simple yet profound truth. Every challenge we face is an opportunity to train ourselves to become more resilient and calm in the face of life's storms. You can see this clearly when you look back on moments of hardship, when everything seemed to collapse, yet you stood up little by little and overcame it all. We do not seek happiness by avoiding challenges. Excessive safety is merely a golden cage that imprisons a person's potential. As we step into 2025, turn each day into a small yet meaningful challenge. Set goals that are big enough to push you out of your comfort zone, but not so far-fetched that they become a burden. It could be waking up 30 minutes earlier each day to meditate and find peace. It could be exercising regularly to improve your health or learning a new skill to expand your capabilities. Each time you achieve a small goal, it is a victory, not only in terms of results but also in spirit. You are climbing your own mountain, one step at a time, stronger, more resilient, and happier. However, the journey of climbing a mountain is not a solitary battle. Stoicism reminds us of the power of community. Share your challenges and victories with those around you. Sometimes, even a small story about your perseverance can inspire others to rise up and start their own journey. When you see a companion climbing alongside you, sincere words of encouragement are exchanged. We don't just overcome our own challenges, we create a wave of positive change that spreads everywhere. And remember, you are not just climbing a mountain out there. You are conquering yourself, step by step, to become a better version of who you are, confident, resilient, and fulfilled. The road may be long, but every step is worth it. Keep climbing, because the peak is waiting for you. Principle No. 5. Love your fate. Amor fati, or the love of fate, is one of the core principles of Stoicism. But let's understand this clearly. Loving your fate does not mean enduring life in passive resignation or suppressing your emotions. It is the art of accepting every challenge life brings with a positive and proactive mindset. Like a surfer on the ocean, the key is not the size of the wave, but how you face it. The bigger the wave, the more solid your skills need to be, and the more rewarding the experience becomes. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Adversity, when viewed correctly, can become the key that unlocks new opportunities. Have you ever wondered what the small challenges of daily life can teach us? Let's look at a practical example. Imagine you are rushing to an important meeting, but the Uber you booked is 20 minutes late. In the first moment, you may feel angry or anxious, a completely natural reaction. But if you apply the amor fati mindset, you will see this as a gift. You decide to get out of the car and walk. The noise of the street suddenly gives way to a gentle breeze and the rustling of leaves. Instead of getting angry at the situation, you seize the opportunity to breathe in the fresh air, calm your mind, and prepare for the meeting with greater clarity. The adversity does not disappear, but how you embrace it completely changes the outcome. Imagine another scenario. Wi-Fi suddenly disconnects just when you need to finish urgent work. Instead of getting angry, you switch to jotting down new ideas on paper or chatting with family members. Amor Fati teaches us how to dance in the rain instead of waiting for the storm to pass. This principle is not about surrendering to challenges, but about intelligent and proactive acceptance. When you focus on how you can control your attitude, actions, and thoughts, you'll realize that every difficulty is an opportunity to grow, become wiser, and find greater happiness. Life happens for you, not to you. The worst things can become the best things if you know how to look at them. Amor Fati helps you calmly stand tall amidst the storms and always strive to be the best version of yourself. Congratulations on making it halfway through today's video. Your presence here shows that you are fully ready for this journey. Now, let's turn our attention to the remaining 5 principles for becoming happier in 2025 and explore how Stoicism can miraculously change your life. Principle No. 6. Laugh more. Laughter may seem simple at first, but it is not merely an act of expressing joy. It is a silent yet powerful declaration of self-respect, wisdom, and mastery over life. In the philosophy of Stoicism, where tranquility and calmness are often regarded as the pinnacle of self-control, laughter emerges as a subtle tool to face this turbulent world. Have you ever wondered what life would be like if we learned to smile in the face of challenges? Imagine one morning you spill coffee on your white shirt just before heading to work. Anger and frustration hit you. But then, what? The shirt will still be stained, and the meeting will still happen. The only thing you can control is your attitude. A smile, no matter how small, can change everything. This is the wise perspective that Stoicism highlights. Smiling at difficulties is not about avoiding them, but affirming your ability to control your own mood. The story of Chrysippus, an ancient Stoic philosopher said to have died of laughter, is both humorous and profound. He laughed in the face of adversity, as if challenging life and letting go of everything beyond his control. Whether this story is factual or merely a legend, the message is clear. Laughter helps us confront challenges without losing our dignity and self-respect. In modern life, this lesson is even more essential. When stuck in traffic amidst a sea of people, what will you choose? To be angry at the delay, or to smile and enjoy a favorite song? On a stressful workday, instead of complaining, why not look for a small, humorous moment? Perhaps a colleague's story or a silly situation. Humor is not about escaping reality, but about adopting a lighter perspective on it. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Sometimes, a humorous thought is the simplest way to enhance that quality. Laughter helps you realize that no situation is entirely bad if you learn to see it through the lens of calmness and optimism. Moreover, laughter is an invisible thread that connects people. When you laugh, others easily smile along. A ripple effect that we sometimes don't even notice. Think about the last time you shared a funny story with your friends. Not only does it help you relax, but it also creates lasting memories and strengthens bonds. Ask yourself, are the troubles in life truly worth losing your smile over? Learn to laugh more, not because life is always easy, but because you deserve a free and peaceful soul. Laughter, as a proud affirmation, reminds us that happiness does not lie in controlling everything, but in how we choose to respond. Principle No. 7. Do less, better. Our lives are no different from those of a juggler trying to keep multiple balls in the air. At first, we are confident that we can manage everything: work, relationships, personal passions, and distant goals. However, the more balls we greedily add, the more likely we are to stumble, lose balance, and watch everything collapse. The question is, why force ourselves to juggle so much when we can simply choose a few of the most important things and do them well? The principle of doing less but doing it better is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The quality of life does not lie in the quantity of what you do but in how you focus and devote yourself to each task. This focus is like sunlight passing through a magnifying glass. It generates extraordinary power. In contrast, if the light is scattered everywhere, its heat will never be enough to ignite even a dry leaf. Learn to simplify your life. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? When you choose a few meaningful things and invest your entire heart and energy into them, you not only achieve better results but also experience profound joy and fulfillment. Quality always triumphs over quantity. Take the story of Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time. He once shared his 5-25 principle. Write down the 25 most important goals in your life. Then circle the top 5 goals and commit all your time and effort to achieving them. What about the remaining 20 goals? Eliminate them, not because they are meaningless, but because they can distract you and obstruct your path to success and happiness. This simplification helps Buffett focus on what truly matters and outperform everyone else. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once wrote, "Concentrate every minute, like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice." Marcus Aurelius is proof of the power of focusing on the present and doing one thing at a time with integrity and commitment. He did not attempt to control everything. Instead, he focused on what was within his control and completed it wholeheartedly. Simplification is not laziness or giving up. It is a smart strategy that helps you eliminate unnecessary distractions and uncover your true priorities in life. By reducing distractions and focusing on fewer tasks, you not only use your energy more effectively, but also achieve remarkable results. Take a moment to reflect on your life right now. How many balls are you juggling? How many of them are truly important? What can you let go of to focus on doing better what truly matters? Share your thoughts below. What will you choose to focus on in 2025 to become happier? I would love to hear your story and perspective. Principle No. 8. Focus on what you can control. Imagine this. You're in a tense meeting where all eyes are fixed on you. Colleagues may criticize you. Your boss may seem dissatisfied, and the atmosphere feels heavy with every breath you take. But in that very moment, you have a choice. Instead of letting external judgment shake you, you decide to control your reaction. A calm gaze, a slight smile, and slow, measured breathing. Your silence in that moment is not only a declaration of self-respect, but also an incredible display of inner strength. Like an artist playing music amidst a noisy choir, you master your melody, not the chaotic sounds of others. Seneca, the renowned Stoic philosopher, also faced great adversity. He was exiled, stripped of fame and status. But instead of viewing this as a loss, Seneca asked himself, "What can I do with this situation?" He chose to focus on the only thing he could control, his inner self. In the solitude of exile, Seneca wrote, reflected, and grew. He could not control the outside world, but he mastered his thoughts. This is the greatest lesson. No one can take away your inner peace unless you allow them to. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "Some things are up to us, and some are not up to us." This teaching serves as a roadmap for the soul amidst a chaotic world. You cannot control whether others like you, but you can choose to live kindly and sincerely. You cannot prevent hardships from arising, but you can control how you face them, with patience, calmness, and wisdom. In modern life, this philosophy is more valuable than ever. Market storms, work pressures, and life's uncertainties are like sudden downpours. You cannot make the rain stop, but you can choose to dance in the rain. This not only brings happiness but also makes you stronger and more resilient. Try applying Stoic philosophy to your daily life. When facing difficulties, ask yourself, what can I control? Then focus all your energy on that. Because ultimately, happiness does not come from changing the world around you, but from how you respond to it. When you master your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you are no longer a victim of life. You become the one in control, not of the outside world, but of the world within you. That is the true power of tranquility and happiness. Principle No. 9. Reflect on your life. We often race against the relentless flow of life, getting swept up in work, responsibilities, and countless unnamed worries. But have you ever paused for a moment, even just a fleeting instant, to reflect? Reflection isn't something lofty, like meditating on a mountain or spending hours in silence. Sometimes, it's simply a minute standing by the window, asking yourself, what truly gets me out of bed every morning? Or what am I living for? Your life is like a movie, or perhaps just a YouTube video you scroll past every day. Imagine your life as a video spanning many years. If you were the audience, would you have the patience to watch it all? Or would you just want to fast forward and skip through? Do you sometimes feel like you're stuck in the same boring episodes with repetitive content and nothing new? Picture this moment in life. You're sitting alone in a cafe, your cup of coffee slowly cooling as you mindlessly scroll through your phone. Meanwhile, a middle-aged man at the next table pulls out a notebook and begins to write. His gaze lingers on each line for a long time, as if he's crafting the script of his own life. Perhaps he's reflecting on his journey, on something that needs to change, or on things left undone. In that moment, he owns his time. He owns the story of his life. What about you? Are you letting life pass by meaninglessly, like a blank screen? We often forget one important thing. You are the director of the movie of your life. You decide the plot, the climax, and even the ending. If today your movie feels boring, you have every right to rewrite it. No one but you can turn it into a story worth being proud of, a story worth retelling, and full of meaning. But before you can do that, you need a moment of silence to ask yourself, what is my dream? A real dream is not a fleeting, unrealistic thought. It's like a flame covered in dust within your heart, waiting for you to reignite it. Sometimes dreams feel so grand they overwhelm you, like standing at the foot of a mountain and looking up at its towering peak. But you can start with small steps, just like charging your phone every day, a habit that seems trivial, but constantly keeps your energy ready for work. Dreams work the same way. Break them down into simple actions, and day by day, turn them into reality. Finally, remember this. Your life is a book, a movie, or a video, all written, filmed, and directed by you. Don't let a day come when you look back and regret, if only I had lived differently. Take time to reflect, chart your path, and strive every day to turn your life into a story you are proud of, a story worth retelling to yourself and to the world. Principle No. 10. Stop seeking external approval. Have you ever wondered what you are living for? You doing things you truly love, or are you simply seeking praise from others? We live in a world where external validation has become an invisible medal everyone wants to win. A compliment from your boss, a like on social media, or an admiring glance from someone else. These fleeting moments create a brief sense of happiness, but if you pause and reflect, you'll realize they're no different from chasing your own shadow, something you can never fully grasp. Imagine this. One day, you prepare a crucial presentation for an important meeting. You deliver it clearly and confidently, giving it your all. But when it ends, the room falls silent without a single clap. How would you feel? Sad, disappointed, or questioning yourself? Did I not do well? The truth is, no one can take away the personal satisfaction you feel inside. In that moment, the confident look, the calm smile, and the thought, I gave it my best, and I'm proud of that, is the real victory. Others may not applaud, but you can still silently and powerfully give yourself the praise you deserve. Stoicism encourages us to start with small actions to build sustainable mental strength. For example, when you tidy up your living space at the end of the day, no one sees it and no compliments are given, but you know you've done it for yourself. It's a small victory, a meaningful sense of personal satisfaction. Unfortunately, in the era of social media, things are different. We are constantly driven to post our achievements to receive likes and admiring comments. But every time you hit the post button, ask yourself, am I doing this because I genuinely want to, or because I'm seeking approval from others? Your own opinion is what matters most. True freedom comes when you stop caring about how others see you and focus instead on what you can control, your emotions and your actions. Act for your personal pride, not for external applause. Do things that make you proud when you look back, even if no one else knows about them. When you reduce your dependence on others' opinions, you create space in your mind. A space to grow, reflect, and build value from within. Ultimately, stopping the pursuit of external recognition is not just a change in mindset, but a powerful journey toward freedom. It helps you escape the cycle of comparison and judgment while fostering unshakable inner confidence. When you learn to find satisfaction in what you do, your inner world becomes more peaceful, and happiness will no longer be something distant. It lies right in your own hands. Do it because you deserve silent and powerful self-respect. Conclusion: we've explored ways to truly be happier in 2025 by applying the principles of Stoic philosophy. Happiness doesn't come from controlling everything around us, but from controlling ourselves, our emotions, and how we respond to life. Remember, sometimes silence and calmness are the strongest statements of self-respect and inner strength. Now I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you find this video helpful? Comment 1 if you liked the video or 0 if you didn't and would like the content to improve. Don't forget to like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest videos. Wishing you all a peaceful, happy 2025 where you always take charge of your life. Goodbye, and see you again.